I need to get my towel. It's here. Okay. Right, let's do this. Nice and chilled. Okay, sitting on your ball, and we'll just start by rolling on your ball, coming around, isolating your hips. Go for one way, for the other way, and just ease off your back and your hips. That's it. Take a deep breath in and out. Taking the towel, just coming back and forth. Just push your chest out and then push your back out. Nice and controlled. And then take it all the way down to your toes and then take it up. So you can rock back on your heels and then come up. Just feel nice and steady. If that is uncomfortable, just stay up here. And then start to increase that stretch a little bit more. Stay out a bit more for your chest stretch. And then stay down a little bit more for a hamstring. So I'm pushing my ball away. Feel it in my hamstrings here. And then coming up. And then taking it side to side. So starting off quite dynamic, and then you're going to slow it down. And then you're going to really stretch up and over. So just try and lengthen a few more here. And then release the towel, and you're just going to bring your chest out and then come in. So your elbows stay high. Another nice movement of the back. And then we're going to pop our hands on our legs and shoulder dip. So one shoulder comes down and one shoulder comes back. So you can rotate between these two, or shoulder dips, and taking your arms forward and back. Maybe 4 of each, and then you can start using your hips. So my hips tilt back, and then they tip forward, tip back, and tip forward, and then come into your shoulder dips. So it's all about mobilization of your upper body. Nice. And then bring it up. And we'll just come to your shoulders. You might feel a bit gritty. Go full one way, full the other way, full one way, and then full the other way. Nice. And then last one, going to bring your hands up, take a deep breath in, and then you reach up to the side. And up to the side. So I'm lengthening all the way along here. Lengthening and stretching. Inhale, as you exhale, reach up and over. That's it. And just come back to a pelvic floor. We're going to start lying on the floor today, working on our stomachs and our backs. So when you're ready, come onto the floor. Every time my children off if they didn't undo their shoelaces. We cancel this. Okay, so we're going to start with the ball here, and we're going to just start with little flutter kicks. So when I'm doing the flutter kicks, I'm having my legs high enough or bent so I can feel it in my stomach, and then you'll start to be able to go lower. And we're going to compare them with scissors. So you've got nice little flutter kicks, pull the ball above your head, just give it a little bit extra resistance, and then come into scissors. When you need to, bring your feet down and you rest. And then you come back up. So your scissors, when it's going side to side, and flutters up and down. So try and get up to 6 or 8 of each of them. And you might find you do one rep and then you're like, oh, okay, that's it. Just let my abs recover. So you're just going in between your scissors and your flutters and then rest when you need to. So another set, and your stomach will just be starting to wake up. If you can feel it in your back, you need to bring your legs up higher. So just focusing on that movement, and then rest your legs down. We're going to then bring it into reverse curl. So you're coming up and then slowly coming down. So we're warming up our core at the same time. You're coming up and then slowly reverse. Those who want to make it a bit harder, have a straighter leg. So you're extending out. And if you want to make it even harder still, you could always put cams or weights in your hands as you extend. I imagine most people will have bent legs. So the important thing about this is that it's slow on the descent, so you're lengthening under tension. That's it. So you need to have a rest, just bring your ball down and just rest up, and then come up again. Try and go even slower on your descent. And then see if you can lengthen slightly more as well. 3, 2, 1. Take the ball into your hands and just come up for a glute bridge and then tap down. So single glute bridges, hips to the floor and then hips up. Hips to the floor and hips up. Holding the ball in your hands, we'll take it further back. Then squeeze as you come up to that glute bridge. So you're powering, you're squeezing your glutes. Make sure both glutes are working as much as each other. And then 8, 7. I know we're all doing it at different times. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest off and then into flexion for the last movement of this step. So I would start with half flexion, just up to your knees, or you can push the up with your hand. Those that want to go full, come full. So we're going to go back and do those exercises again for a minute each. That's it, just stay here, just peel your body up, tap, and then let your body roll down. As much control as you can. That's it. So your lower back is the last thing to come off the floor. And then settle it down and have a quick rest. Okay, so we're going to come back to a flutter and our scissors and we'll go for a minute. You rest whenever you need to rest. Okay? 3, 2, 1. So you're fluttering, probably 6 to 8 flutters. 6 to 8 scissors. As you feel you want to challenge yourself more, go lower with your flutters and your scissors. Rest off when you need. Remember to breathe. Make sure your lower back's not coming off the floor. So flutter and scissor. Drive that lower back into the floor. You might find you're up here, which is fine, and rest off each time that you need to. 30 seconds left. Little flutter, scissor. Really focusing on that lower back, sticking on the floor. It's quite tricky. 15 seconds left. Nice and controlled. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Just soften your feet to the floor, and then we'll come into our reverse curl. So come to reverse curl, and then this time those that want to extend as you come out of your reverse curl, so you're hovering over the floor. So you're coming up, and then you extend, come in, and up. And you can extend. I always like to put my hands above my head so I've got a point to try and get to for that reverse curl. You can quite happily, but here you don't need to extend as you come down. You can just tap the floor and come up. So it's got another 30 seconds. So really control on that descent. Out. If you can extend, make sure that lower back is not coming off the floor. Nice. Really controlled. Well done. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take the ball into your hands. Now, if you want to put a band on your legs for these glute bridges, do so, because you've got a whole minute. So we'll just go for single glute bridge to start with. So you're tapping and then squeezing up. So those that can now have to go at one leg. So one leg on the floor and then one leg is squeezing up. Probably 4 each side is probably enough. So it's a bit like a glute march. If you feel that's not doing as much for you as it would be with 2, then stick with your 2. Just listen to your body and how it feels for you. You can also do 4 single, and then 4 double. That's it, and just play around. Like that. Another 20 seconds left. Squeezing those glutes. Last 10. Squeeze. Then nice and soft as you come down. 3, 2, 1, back to a stomach. Now, I would start with flexion, just for a few, because you're really going to concentrate on the core muscles, rather when we come all the way up, hip flexors work too. And then start to bring it into the full sit-up. And so I want you to focus on rolling up vertebrae by vertebrae, and then rolling down vertebrae by vertebrae. So you're really focusing on the roll up, really working those deep core muscles, and then really focus on the control. And so it's less of that quick fix, focusing on that slow and steady movement. Squeeze up, nice and slow. 30 seconds left. Well done. That's it. Nice. last 10 seconds, and then we're going to pop into a side plank. 3, 2, 1, rest off. For your side plank, grab a can or a cushion to give you that little bit more support. Well, a can won't give you support. Or a weight. Can or a weight. Okay, I'm going to get you to go from side to side in your own time. But we're going to base it on rotations. So with a weight or a can, you can have your leg bent. If you prefer not to rotate, just do a count. So between 8 to 10 rotations on one side and 8 to 10 rotations on the other side. And we'll do 2 sets on each side. Your leg can be shortened or it can be lengthened. With your rotation, let your hips fall into the rotation and then come up. If you've got a heavier weight, we'll have to pull and push rather than a straight arm rotation. That's it. And make it work for you. If you have got one arm that does feel weaker, don't let it get away with doing less on that arm. Just maybe modify it a little bit more for that side. So really controlled, make it work for you. Keep your hips nice and high. So once you've finished your 2 rotations, I'm just on my second set. If you've got less, you can always just keep going. So nice high hips for these side planks. Okay, so when you have finished your rotations, go into a Dolphin Pose. And we'll just give everyone a bit of time to finish their side plank rotations. And coming up into a Dolphin Pose when you're finished, just squeezing your glutes and bringing your hands up. As your back or your glutes get too tired, just soften down to the floor and then come back up into the Dolphin Pose. That's it, taking a deep breath in and out. When I'm in the Dolphin Pose, I'm trying to peel as much of my back off the floor as I can. So my shoulders are driving into the mat. My heels are driving into the floor to squeeze those hips up. You can close your eyes if it is calm around you and focus on your breath. We're going to hold this here for another 30 seconds. So plenty of time just to strengthen and engage the back. You're strengthening all the way up your vertebrae, strengthening your glutes, nice low level strengthening, so it shouldn't feel too hard. You can take your hands to your hips and raise them. And hold it here for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, rest down. We're going to take it to a dead bug. So bringing your hands onto the ball and your feet. We're going to go opposites for 4. And then you're going to do same side Same leg, same arm for 4. So it's a bit like brain gym. I've got it wrong now. So 4 opposites, opposite leg, opposite arm. Nice and slow and steady. And then you stop and you engage, and then you do 4, same leg, same arm. So if you need to put the tap in, put the tap in. As much control as you can for these dead bugs. Just another 20 seconds. And then we're going to take it into a V-pass. So for the V-pass, you might want to start with shorten levers and then lengthen as you feel more happy to do so. So nice and controlled for that V-pass. You don't need to be lengthened. You can have shorten levers. Try not to let that lower back come off the floor. That's it. Nice and controlled. Start to lengthen as you feel happy to do so. Another 20 seconds left here. Squeeze that core. We've got a leg one coming up, so our core will get a rest. Well done. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest up. So we're going to come up and go on all 4s. So a bit like a Superman here, but we're going to be lifting a leg up at the back. Go between 6 to 8 leg pulses, and then switch over 6 to 8 leg pulses. So you switch from side to side. As you switch, engage that core in the Superman position, and then bring in your leg pulses. So you're squeezing the glutes of the leg that is pulsing. But because you're changing position quite frequently, you're putting stress, good stress, on the core. Another 20 seconds. And lengthen that leg. And then just take it into a Superman hold. So you're lengthening as long as you can from your toes to your fingertips. Your supporting foot can come off the floor. Your supporting hand can come closer to that knee, and you're trying to keep your body in line. And you should hopefully feel that glute working a bit more of the lifting glute now. And just go from side to side, pull that tummy in, hold about 6 to 8 seconds on each side. Lengthen as long as you can from the end of your toes to the end of your fingertips. Keep your leg long and squeeze that back leg up so you can feel it in your glute. And then we're going to develop this once again. So you come in and you come out. Come in and come out. So just do 4 on each leg. If your glutes are starting to tire, if your back starts to tire, just come and ease off. You bring your knee in, and then you're coming up. Knee in. You can do this with bands on your legs as well. coming in and out. Just squeezing their glutes. Just coming from side to side. That's it. And then make yourself equal, and then we'll come up for a plank. So in your plank, you're going to come in and out of the plank as you want to. So coming up into your full plank or your knee plank, either is fine. Rotate the ball 4 times one way in the circle and hold and fall the other way. Or it's just a suggested rep. You can shorten that as you want to, or not. So with your plank, you can be full and always come down if you need to. It's slightly more comfortable if you straddle your feet. You can always hold for a little bit, then come down, hold for a little bit, and then come down. Okay, so we're going to hold this position for another minute. You don't need to stay here for a minute, but you can if you want to. Tailbone pointing down towards your heels. Your shoulders over your elbows are feeling nice and tall, and lengthen from your elbows to your shoulders. Pull your tummy in. Put in circles if you can. Okay. 30 seconds left. Squeeze your glutes and relax your glutes. Squeeze your glutes and relax your glutes. Squeeze your glutes and relax. Take it back to the focus on your stomach. Pull the tummy in. Open your chest. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest off. Nice. Okay. You grab a band, you come to stand and do a bit of legs with the band. Okay, so I'll show you from here. You're going to have a roll out plank, come in, and then you walk, do a glute walk, roll out plank, come in, and glute walk. So I'll show you from here. You roll out, you can leave your hips high if you're not happy to come all the way down. And you come up and you do a sideways walk. So you're feeling in your glutes. So we're activating our stomach. We're coming up, activating your glutes. Okay, now just go to the glute walk. No plank, just go to the glute walk so we can focus on the glutes. So when I'm walking, my knee leads the movement. My knee leads, I can use the ball. Use the ball, it drops my view. It means I can go nice and low, and I can keep my chest up. So keep here with your glute walks. 4. That's it. Another few seconds. Squeeze against that band. If you don't have band, it's fine. You can still just be doing low squat walks. And then from here, you're going to pick the ball up. You're going to squat and then squeeze your leg to the side. So I'll hold my ball here and kick up and to the side. So ball. Finish your ball at the same time. We're sinking into those glutes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, or back to your glute walks. So back to your glute walks, and then put in the plank. When you're ready, if you want to do more focus on your glutes, just do the plank at one end. If you don't want to do the plank at both ends, don't worry. we'll just do it at one end. And then we're going to take the ball to a wall. Keep your band on if you've got your band on. And you're going to come down to a squat. Now, you're going to squeeze your knees out against that band. You can hold a weight in your hands if you want to, or it can. Stop you touching your legs. And just hold the squat. Pull your tummy in, have your shoulders back. Push your knees out against that band. Now hold that squat still and slowly coming down and up. It's a very small movement. And then one more step back to pulsing those legs out. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest those legs, and then just 8 very small movements coming down and up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest off. Take off that band. If you need to stretch off your glutes, have a little sitting stretch on your glutes. Okay, we're going to come to press-ups. We don't do these very often. So with press-ups, you can roll out on the ball, or you can start from the top. So you can start from behind. With press-ups, I would usually start from behind because it means you can work out where you want to be on the ball. So go for a couple of press-ups where it doesn't feel too hard, and then walk out. Now with press-ups on the ball, I tend to have my hands facing out the way, and then it focuses on the triceps and gives you a little bit more balance as well. So hands facing out, and you just come down and up where you feel happy to, and then you might feel you can walk out a bit more. Pop them in set to 4, and then you can walk back. Okay, this is a nice little activity to do. You walk out and you do 2 press-ups. You can just do tiny little movements, and then you walk back. Then you walk forward and you do 3. And then you do 4. So you're increasing the increments each time, and it means you can go at your pace, might be up, go a little bit further this time, or maybe not so far this time. That's it. Do another couple, and then we'll sit on the ball with your light weights or your cans. Ease off those press-ups, and then come to the ball, have a bit of a moment, and we'll have either light weights or cans, and we'll bring up. So really low impact strengthening for your arms, but you know it kicks in. Now I'm going to give you a bit of a challenge. Start circling one hand backwards, and then you try and do the other hand the other way. And then you try and go the other way. So one hand goes one way, one hand goes the other way. So it's just a little bit of a brain gym. Yes, well done. And then just hold those hands out. And at the same time, very small movement swings. Now focus on your stomach. Pull your stomach in and raise your chest as if you're a puffed out pigeon. And increase those wings slightly, and increase them again. And we're going to keep going for 4, 3, 2, 1, and then rest in the center. Going to bring one up, and then the other one up, and rest in the center. One up, the other one up, and rest in the center. 2 more times. That's it, keep one out. You're going to push one up, take it out. One up, take it out. Take a rest when you need to. So by rest, you just bring your arms to the floor, to your thighs. That's it, push. So push, keep going. Push, push, push. 4 more. 4, 3, we're going to rest our arms after this. 2, 1. Whoa. So we're going to put one leg on the ball, so it's not really a single leg lunge as such, but we're going to focus on flies. So I'm making it harder because I'm using the ball for balancing, and I'm going to hinge at my hips, and I'm going to squeeze up so it's for a fly there. I'll just turn this way as well. So my back wants to be flat, doesn't want to be rounded, and I'm squeezing my shoulder blades together. And I'd probably go 6 to 8 on one side and 6 to 8 on the other. If you have heavier weights, you might do less. If you have really light weights, you might do more. And then you just change your leg around. So this is a really nice balance exercise, as well as strengthening your back. So as if it's strengthening all the way around inside the bra strap, and you're really squeezing your shoulder blades together. Have a couple of sets on each leg. Squeeze. To make it harder to lengthen as well. That's it. So 2 sets on each leg. A really nice one for the back. Good one to do in the kitchen, with your leg on a kitchen chair. That's it. And then ease up. So bring your hands, we're going to go against the wall for side bends. And then we can also bring in the back strengthening as well, but we need to give the back a little bit of a breather first. So for your side bends, your lower leg comes forward onto the wall, the other leg comes up, my feet are flat on the floor, and then you can't see them. My hands come up to my temples, and I'm squeezing down and up. We all stay on the same side. We'll stay for a minute on one side. Because we're staying quite a long time on one side, you might just need to rest off slightly, and then come back up and into the movement. So as I come up, I'm shortening this muscle here, coming down and squeezing up. My top elbow comes up and over. You can use your hands, or you can bring your hands up above your head for a bit of lengthening in the movement. Just go another 15 seconds on this side. That's 10. Let's turn away from you. 3, 2, 1, and then you'll turn to the other side. I'll go here. There we go. So on the other side, turn again for a minute. So your lower leg comes from the floor. You can see my stomach issue. So you're doing a minute on each side. That's it. So really try and get this side to shorten. Another 20 seconds this side, and then we're going to focus on our backs again using the hands. So 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. With your hands, if you put your feet against the walls, you then give you a better view.
Kirsty, I don't have any walls.
Oh
no! Not that don't have things against. There's nothing for me to lean on at all.
Sofa.
It's got a gap underneath it.
Okay, well this one, we're just going to do this one here.
Oh, I might be able to hook my feet underneath it.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, we'll just do this one here and then we'll go back on the floor. So with this one here, use your hands and you can squeeze up. You squeeze in your back. So I would go 4 here, and those that want to feel comfortable in doing so, bring them up in front as well. So you do 4 to the front, and then 4 squeezing your back. So really nice back strengthener. That's it. Now, you can, if you want, come up and put a twist in. But again, listen to your back. So we've done quite a lot of backs, and you start to get a bit tweaky when you do too much. And if you put in a rotation that doesn't feel right, don't do a rotation. We're just squeezing, and then you can come up as well. So just another 20 seconds here. We've done quite a lot of backs already. That's it. 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest off and just hug your ball and ease off. Nice. Okay. Going to come back down to the floor. Last little splurge of the core. So coming down, and we're going to go where we started with our Flutter Kicks. So come down to the floor, come into your flutters and your scissors, and you'll soften as you rest. We're going to come here for a minute. So start as soon as you're ready. You might feel you can go a little bit lower this time now, your flutters and your scissors, or you might find you're better higher. Really go where you feel comfortable and soften. Soften in between each set. You don't need to keep going for a minute. And then just breathe. Drive your lower back into the floor. So you've got flutters and your scissors. With your scissors, have a go at making your scissors wider. And you can always put movement in and go lower and then higher as you're doing them. And the same with your flutters. You can go lower and you can go higher. Scissors, lower, and then higher. But if that hurts your back, don't do it. It needs to be all in your stomach. And soften halfway you need to. Last 15 seconds of the flutters and the scissors. Then we're going to go back to reverse curl. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So reverse curl is here, just lengthening under tension. Those that want to reverse curl, and then you push the ball out and you extend. You come up, and then you extend. If that hurts your back, just make sure you're focusing on the reverse curl movement. And this is a movement that needs to be quite repetitive to build up the muscle. So we've got that tension. So again, it's that deep abdominal strength as you're lengthening, and then you can extend out if you wish. Just another 30 seconds here. Focus on that lengthen. That's it. Now go more dynamic if you want to. But make sure you've still got the tension building. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to go to glute bridge. If you want to put your bands on, you've got time. We'll do this for a minute. So glute bridge, go for 4 single glute bridges, and then 4 pushing out of your knees, either into the band or without the band. So 4 single glute bridge, and then 4 keeping your hips up, and you're just pushing your knees out. That's it. When you're doing your single glute bridge, really squeeze your glutes as you come up. So it's not super quick. It's about the strength within your glutes. And you want to make sure each glute is working as much as the other. That's brilliant. Just squeeze those glutes. Just another 10 seconds. Nice. Release it down, and we're going to take it either into flexion or coming all the way up. And you're going to focus on rolling vertebrae by vertebrae. Nice and slow and controlled. Those that want to jackknife, you might feel you want to jackknife out and then in. Or you might be happy with your flexion. Now squeeze. 30 seconds left here. And then we've got 2 more. We're going to do step up, and then we'll do V-pass. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring yourself up and go for dead bug. Now, if you can, have a go at the change if you fall. So you do 4 opposites, and then 4 the same side. If that was too hard for coordination, go for 8 opposites and 8 same side. So when I'm lengthening, I'm trying to keep my bottom of my tailbone slightly off the floor to engage my core. So my stomach is having to really concentrate on staying under control for that bug. I'm trying to lengthen as long as I can. Brilliant. So change to opposites or change same sides if you haven't yet. That's it. Last 15 seconds here. And then we'll go into a V-pass. Finish with a dolphin pose and then stretch. So when you're ready, bring it into a V-pass, either bent knees or start to lengthen. Now you can be more dynamic, or you can go slow and controlled. Suggestion, you do 2 controlled and then 4 more dynamic. Last 30 seconds here. Just enjoy that movement of your core, the strengthening of your core. Well done. Make sure you're shortening the lever if your back is deeper. And then soften it down. Bring your legs down, and we'll just finish off the dolphin pose before we stretch. Bringing your hands up. Squeezing your glutes. Close your eyes. As you need to soften, you just bring your hips down to the floor, and then you come up. Squeeze those glutes. So I'm trying to get as much of my back off the floor as I can. Driving my heels into the ball. Bringing your hands to the floor if you wish. And squeeze up. Well done. Inhale. As you exhale, release and squeeze those hips up. And hold it there. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Soften off, just roll the ball in and out, just to ease off your legs. That's it, and we're going to grab a towel. Just walk your hamstrings off. Grab a towel or a band to help your stretch. So start with a hamstring stretch. So you can always soften your leg and then lengthen to feel the stretch. So soften and then drive your feet up and lengthen. And as you do that, you can pull your leg towards you. So soften, heel up, and then straight leg, pull leg towards you. Don't overstretch. You want to feel the lengthening of the muscle but under control. Take a deep breath in, pull that leg up, and slowly extend the back of the leg. And again, inhale, put your hand on that thigh, and extend. Change legs. So starting with like a walking hamstring stretch, so you're bringing the knee down and up, and then you develop it, bring the knee down, up, and in. Nice, lovely. So nice and relaxing and release. And then you're going to bring that leg over, so you've got a lying glute stretch. You can use the band. If you want, pushing the knee gently away, bringing this knee in, and stretch. Change your legs as you want to, like 6 to 8 seconds on each side. One side might feel stiffer than the other. Pushing that knee away. And if you have lots of stretches on each side, they're coming in. And then from this position, from your lying glute stretch position, you fall over onto the side. So you've got a side lying stretch, and then you can soften that knee down to the ground as you can without overstretching. And then you come back, take the other side into that lying glute stretch position, and then you come over to the other side. And bring yourself into a tuck and come over onto all fours, and we'll use the ball. And I stretch for our back. Sinking forward, back sinking down, curl up. So you've got a cat cow. Sinking forward and down and up without overstretching, bringing control. I'm pushing the ball away from me and then come up. Push the ball away and come up. And we're developing this one with your cushion on your knee. Pop your cushion on your knee and you're going to hold onto the ball and feel your quad stretch. If you have sore knees, please make sure you've got a cushion that protects the knee. And then from here, you'll release that leg, bring one leg forward and have a nice hip flexor stretch. You bring your hand back and then over towards the ball. Back and then I'm coming over to the side. And then from here, come forward and that foot is going to come forward and then use the ball and I'm going to push forward, keeping my chest up, feeling a hamstring stretch. Nice. And then slowly come to the other side. So we start with the quad stretch. So lengthening the front thigh. And then we release. Bring one leg forward for a hip flexor. And then raise that hand up. Take it back slightly. And then take it over towards the ball. Take it back. and then over towards 4. And then you can bring it down through your hamstrings, keeping your chest up and using the rock. That's it. And then come down to the start bulk and go. And just get your band or your towel and just stretch your back. Go forward to back. You can go back and then you can always reach forward and take it side to side. So those that want to stay for guided relaxation, just get yourself into a nice comfy position. It's not very long, it's just about 3 minutes, and you can just have some time just to rest and focus on your breath. Those that need to go, thank you for coming. You can just leave unless you want to just watch. Well done, guys. That's it. So those for guided relaxation, if you just lie down on the floor and just focus on your breath. Taking a deep breath in and out. So take a deep breath in and hold, and then release that breath slowly. As you release your breath, feel your body start to just relax and recharge. Focus on the muscles in your face. Relax around your eyes, your mouth. Release your jaw. Take a deep breath in. And then release all through your face, from the top of your face all the way to the bottom. Take a deep breath in, hold that breath and start to release your neck and your shoulders. Feel your neck muscles just melt into the floor and release, and your shoulders soften. And let that relaxation go all the way down through your arms, through your fingertips. As if there's a wave of golden relaxation just flowing through your face, your neck, your shoulders, all the way to your fingertips. And then let that relaxation start to flow through your back. From the top, all the way down to the bottom of your spine. Release your glutes, release your hips, your pelvic area. Feel them soften and release. Take your focus to your stomach. Any knots of tension, let those knots of tension just release and just ease away one by one. Take note of your chest rising and falling with each breath. As it falls, feel your chest release and take away any tightness. Starting at the crown at the top of your head, feel a wave of relaxation flow your body through your face, through the back of your head, your neck, your shoulders, all the way down to your fingertips, down your spine, your chest, your stomach, and let that relaxation linger in your hips and your pelvic area. Focus on your glutes, releasing and relaxing. And then focus on your legs. Release your thighs, your quads, the fronts and backs of your legs, all the way down your calves, all the way down to the ends of your toes. So your body just feels free of tension. Feel released and relaxed. Taking deep breaths in and out. Scan your body for any tension. Scan your mind for any tension, and where you feel the tension, let your breath linger. And let your breath just release and untie any stress. Keep your face relaxed. Your neck and your shoulders ease into the floor. Taking your hands to your face and just do small circles around your face with your fingertips and your temples, in your jaw. You can go from the inside of your eyebrows to the outside of your eyebrows, just sweeping along, putting gentle pressure. Taking your fingertips into your hair, into your scalp, and just do a nice gentle massage on your head. Taking your thumbs down to the bottom of your scalp. Putting pressure on your temples for a few seconds and then release. A few seconds, then release. Then bring your hands to your chest, just cross across your chest and feel your breath rise and fall, rise and fall. And just let your body just lie there for the last few seconds and just feel released and relaxed. Taking a deep breath in and out. Bring your knees up to a tuck and just rock your body back and forth, and then just come up to sit, and then just slowly rock your arms around and just take a few deep breaths and come back. Well done.